Right, we're back with another little update vid. So, I've had a fair few messages about these throttle bodies. Now, it's still a work in progress, but I'll sort of go through what we know so far. So these are motorbike throttle bodies from a CBR 1000, I think, like a 2005 onwards. I found a guy online who sells these with a 3D printed manifold with this carbon infused plastic and custom length trumpets. So I got him to do me one of them. He ended up redoing it because he forgot that I wanted it angled, but we've got the angled one now, so it clears the bonnet and the nose cone. So it came with injectors and it had like a plastic fuel rail. So it turns out those injectors were a bit small. I think they were only about 240. It's a bit windy, sorry. Only about 240 or 260 cc. So Josh did a bit of digging and we found these, which are from a Fireblade, I think. And these are 310. And I think we can possibly bump the fuel pressure more to make them go a bit further anyway. And they came with this metal fuel rail, which is a lot better for us. We just need to make somewhere to mount it. So yeah, it's just a cheap way, I mean, of getting some throttle bodies basically. They're 45mm, I think, the butterflies, so they're decent enough size, I believe, for a stock K20. So yeah, the TPS looks like it'll work. It just looks like a generic Honda. Looks exactly like a K-series one, to be honest. So yeah, we're going to try and get them to work, see how they do. There is a few people who've got them to work, so I think they'll be all right. So I'll probably end up cutting the nose cone. There's like a nose cone what sits on the front of it. I'll probably end up cutting the nose cone and putting a filter in there. So yeah, that's as far as we've got so far. I guess when he prints the manifolds, his printer's not big enough to do it in one piece. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart, bolt it to a head in there and seal that gap. And then I'm going to put a brace, just a little piece of aluminium on the top and bottom, just to brace it. Because the hole, you're kind of missing a hole effectively without doing something to join them. So yeah, I don't want to have any air leaks. I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, other than that, what else did I get done? Got T7 design thermostat block off because I don't have any heaters, so that blocks that off, and it blocks, if you can see, the back of the head. You can just about see it at the bottom there. It blocks that off as well. What else have we been doing? Dash pot, throttle cable, just need some fire sleeve for that hose because it's close to the manifold. Got the clutch line. Well, Josh finished up the exhaust. Might be able to show you. So, didn't end up going for a centre exit. It would have been a bit too low, so it's got a nice stubby little back box. And a 2.5 inch system there. Nice and neat. And then yesterday I was messing around with this back bumper. So I don't know if I've said before, I was never really been keen on the back bumpers on these. But I chopped it about a bit, cut some speed holes in it, and it ain't too bad. Made a couple of brackets just to mount it in the middle, because I wanted to get rid of all the factory. It has like a reinforcement bar behind it, which is quite heavy, so I wanted to get rid of that to make it a bit lighter. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Just needs painting. And need to paint the front wings and the nose cone as well. I dug the bonnet out. I actually think I'm going to leave the bonnet for now. I'm not quite ready to give up on the motor livery, so I'm going to leave that bonnet as it is. What else? And then I dug this out. This is the splitter off the EG, what we ran in the first season. As you can see, it fits quite nicely on the 3rd gen bumper. So I think we'll probably use that. I'll probably have to get cut down at the back. And we'll mount, we'll have to move these possibly. But I've got some new ones, new splitter mounts. But it's got these tunnels in. So at least it'll give us a bit extra front end hopefully. But yeah, that'll be one of the last jobs. So see how we get on with it when the time comes. But yeah, that's about it I think up to now. Was there anything else I was going to say? I don't think there was. Oh, drive shafts, that's what we did. So we was hoping that we could get like an OEM version, not an OEM version, but like a normal K20 shaft to work. But basically, even using the shortest variation, it was still 20mm too long on the driver's side, 40mm too long on this side. So I've messaged the company to try and get some made, but I don't know what the lead time is going to be like on that. So I think in the meantime, possibly going to try and make our own. I've got some spare shafts inside, and I think if we basically cut them, join them and then sleeve them, I think we'll be alright, to be honest. Josh made his own prop shaft on this. It was fine with like 550 horsepower. So I think a little K20 Civic, I think the shafts will be fine. But yeah, that's something we'll look into. It just depends how long these aftermarket ones are going to take. If they turn around and say it's going to be 3 weeks, then yeah, sorted. But if it's going to be months, then we're going to kind of run out of time for when they wanted it ready. I was hoping to have it ready for sort of March time. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Just lots of little jobs to do basically, so I'll just keep plugging away at them. Still need some little washers to sort the brakes, get the clearances perfect. As you can see, it's super close in there. Might end up needing short front shocks, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Still need some rear springs. And once we get the shaft sorted, I'll just be ordering the fuel stuff, basically all the fuel lines. I've got that little tank there to go in it. Fuel pump, fuel filter, that's the vac block for the throttle bodies. Yeah, they're the brackets to hold the pump and filter. So yeah, keep plugging away at it. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.